Today we're in South Auckland in Tāmaki Makaurau and we're taking you behind the scenes of my favourite banh mi, the iconic Vietnamese sandwich. We are at Banh Mi Boy.
Is this Auckland's best banh mi? I think it is. I absolutely think this is by far Auckland's best banh mi. We're going to order the whole blooming menu. We're going to get amongst it. Let's do it.
For those of you who've never experienced a banh mi, Vietnam's most iconic sandwich, incredible roll, pickles, pate, coriander, chili, there's a protein. We're going to take you behind the scenes, introduce you to the team. We've actually shared Banh Mi Boy's food with you before, but last time we filmed, these guys were a food truck. So now we're in their new brick and mortar store out in Mangere, same suburb, but this is just a slightly different location. I want to introduce you to John and Zeena, husband and wife team who run Banh Mi Boy. Hi guys. Why banh mi?
Why banh mi? I feel like banh mi in New Zealand doesn't have that spotlight that it deserves. So for me, because I used to live in America and Australia, and over there the banh mi scene is just booming. So when I came back here, I was just like, well, where's all our banh mi's, The only way you can get them is, you have to go to a Vietnamese restaurant or whatnot, but it's always buried within the menu. So I want to make it accessible to everybody. So the first thing to think about, when it comes to banh mi is Banh Mi Boy. Let's just go there. Like, he's a Subway version of, Vietnamese banh mi. So I was like, let's just kick that off, see where it goes. And then surprisingly, it just blew up.
Well, it's like the ultimate street food, eh?
Exactly.
It's,
like it's a Vietnamese staple.
Yeah.
Like back in our country, we have it for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, everybody knows about it, but to get a hold of it is just like, it's just so much of a mission. So
yeah.
Here it is.
So good. Every banh mi comes with coriander, pickled carrot and daikon, cucumber, chili if you want it, Vietnamese mayo, pate, and then you add your protein. Things like lemongrass chicken, grilled tofu, grilled beef, grilled pork. And what I love about your banh mi is it's always packed full of ingredients.
Yeah.
You're not mean, and it's
we like to be generous.
Fresh, fresh,
yeah.
Like loads of coriander, loads of pickle, loads of chili. It's so delicious.
And the bread too. Importantly, the bread. I like to have it nice and crispy on the outside, soft on the inside.
And I think we said it, but we plan on ordering everything on the menu, so you'll get to see it all in its sort of final form. I'm so excited to eat here.
I love these days where you get to say, I'll have one of everything. Yeah, so I'll have one of everything. Yay! Awesome. Thank you, yes please.
There's not much better than ordering the entire menu at a restaurant and then having a picnic in the sun out of your car boot. Oh yes.
Car boot picnic of dreams. Vietnamese iced coffee in hand. Coffee, ice, condensed milk, sweet, great hit of coffee. And then look at this lineup. Essentially, every banh mi is the same except for the protein. Beautiful, crusty baguette. We've also got the Vietnamese garlic bread on the side there. I've just nabbed the traditional one, which is my favorite. I'm a classic kind of gal. Pate, Vietnamese mayo, the coriander, pickled carrot, cucumber, barbecue pork, pork brawn, and Vietnamese ham. Oh yes, and chili. It's amazing. What I love about this banh mi is that it is perfectly constructed. That first bite, often, you find that you don't get much of the filling. But no, John has crafted this to perfection. So I took that small first bite and it was loaded with pate, with that mayo. I got the crunch of the pickled carrot, and the meat. Oh, the traditional is so good. What's your favourite banh mi on the menu?
Personally, my favourite banh mi is the traditional.
Yeah.
I love the traditional.
What's that made up of?
So it's got 3 types of pork meat in there. It's got Vietnamese pork ham, it's got barbecue pork, and it's also got pork brawn. So pork brawn is like the delicacy, and that's what makes a banh mi. You can't really call it a traditional if you don't have the pork brawn. So that's the important part of it.
Lemongrass chicken for me. Every time he opened the lid while I was filming shots of him in the kitchen, I got a whiff of this, and my gosh, the meat smelt so good. Loving seeing how busy Banh Mi Boy is. It deserves to be super busy because it's absolutely delicious. It's in a pretty interesting place. It's very close to Auckland Airport. So if you're flying in ever, first stop, couple of minutes from the airport terminal. Very industrial around here. We've got trucking companies, car rental firms all around us. So there's not much in here really. There's not much food, there's not many other shops. And what a standout place. And look at this lemongrass chicken. Oh my God. First thing I noticed, crack and crunch on the outer of the bread, but then it's very fluffy in the middle. That lemongrass chicken is full of flavour. Very punchy and super tender, the chicken as well. A nice whack of chilies. I put bird's eye chilies in there. You can pick your level of spice. The top level is called straight to hospital. We did not go for that. We've just sort of got his, well, we asked John to put his perfect level of spice, and it's not too spicy at all. Wow, what a sandwich and a half. Seriously good stuff.
Banh Mi Boy started life as a food truck.
Yes, yes.
So tell us about that.
So Banh Mi Boy, I kicked it off just to see where it would go, like just to test the market. I didn't expect it to be what it is today. So the fact that when we first kicked it off, it started selling out from day one and just consistently, you know, selling out. I'm just like, wow, like, I think we've got something here.
This is the grilled beef. Holy moly, that is such a great banh mi. The beef is super tender, packed full of flavour, and honestly, this is just it for me. It's fresh, it's light, it's packed full of flavour, it's creamy, it's rich from that pate as well at the same time. It's just everything sandwiched between bread. Like, it is so good. You have to come here and support these guys because they are doing great things.
Now, to be clear, you don't need to order the entire menu to be full. There's no way we're getting through these. Like, one per person is plenty. We just ordered everything because we wanted to show you everything. The vegetarian one is a tofu base, and the pork one is sort of a pork meatball type base, and we've eaten that before. It is delicious. We talked about it while we were in there, the fact that he was a food truck, and we filmed him when he was a food truck, and it was hidden up an alleyway behind a laundromat. Really cool spot. But to see his growth from food truck to, you know, full on shop front, it's really neat to see. And the food is incredibly good still. It was incredibly good at the food truck. It's insanely good now. This garlic bread, holy moly. This is really good value, $3. So it's the same roll that the banh mi's made out of, and then just plastered with herbs and garlic, butter. Yeah. What's going on there is that's basically like the icing on the cake. You don't actually need that, but dang, you want it and it's good. Oh, super garlicky. It's got this sort of mee goreng instant noodle garlic hit. There's a very throaty garlic hit. Yum, that is really good. Oh my word, look at all this food. Chowing down, iced coffees, insane spread of food. I think we're just gonna dive dive right into the boot, get amongst it. Loving this food. Get here now. Thank you for watching this one. We hope you've enjoyed it. Chuck a comment down below, hit that thumbs up button. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.